Okay, good afternoon, children. So, in the previous classes, we discussed the textual grammar. So, now let us discuss the functional grammar, which is there in your workbook. So, in sixth class, in seventh class, also that you have learned question tags. So, it's a basic topic in the grammar. Question tags is the basic topic in grammar, but even then it is a very important topic. So what is meant by question tag? So tag questions, tag questions are the questions, are the tag questions are the questions attached to the end of the statement. So if anybody asks you what is a question tags are the questions. అంటే they are ended with a question mark. So that's why they are called as tags. Question tags are the questions attached to the end of the statement. Let us say one example. I am he is very happy. It is a statement. He is very happy is a statement. In the question tags, a tag should be formed to this. So, question when question tags will be used? When your teacher asks you a question, he expects a confirmation from your end. Understand very clearly. So, suppose anyone puts you a question to you, so he expects an answer from you. He expects a confirmation from you. In that situation, question tags are used. Question tags are the questions attached at the end of the statement. So here he is very happy. It is a statement. So it is a positive sentence. So we have to add a question tag for this. So a positive sentence takes the negative tag and a negative sentence takes the positive tag. So once again I am explaining, question tags are the questions which are attached to a statement. Why question tags are used? Question tags are used when anyone questions you, he expects a confirmation or he expects an answer from your end. So that is the reason in the formal English question tags are very frequently used, and it is the most important topic in the formal English. So here it is a statement, he is very happy. Now we have to add a question tag to this. The statement and the tag are should be separated with a comma. Now what is the question tag with this? Here you take the help of helping verb. What is the helping verb in this? Is and. So in the question tag, while forming a question tag, we should not say the negative tag in full form. For example, cannot. It should be contracted as can't. For example, should not. shouldn't, is not, isn't, was not, wasn't, shall not, shan't, might not, mightn't, ought not, oughtn't. So in the question tags only, the negative should be always written in a contracted form. So that is the reason he is very happy. So what is the tag for that? Because it is a positive statement, he is very happy on the sentence. Positive statement, it is a positive statement. So that is the reason it takes a negative, it takes the help of a negative. So is plus negative plus pronoun. Isn't he? The answer is isn't he. Now you see, it is called as question tag. It is called as, what is called as question tag? Isn't he is called as the question tag. It is attached to the statement. Why it is attached to the statement? Then a teacher puts a question to anybody, he expects a confirmation or answer from the student. So in this way question tags are useful. So I think you should clear what is a question tags. So question tag questions are the questions. It is a tag. Because I put a question mark at the end of the tag, it is called as a question tag. Once again I am repeating, isn't he is a question tag. So why we are calling them as a question tag? Because at the end of the sentence I put a question mark. So that is the reason isn't he is called as the question tag. So now let us see what are the rules should be followed in question tags. What are the rules should be followed in the question tags? What are the rules should be followed in the question tags? So rules. The first rule is a positive sentence, a positive sentence takes a this is the first rule. What is the first rule? A positive statement takes the negative. What is meant by positive statement? A sentence which is not having a negative. Negative means no and not are called as negatives. So if the sentence is not having any negative, it takes a negative tag. Just like that, the second rule is a negative sentence, a negative sentence takes a positive tag. So it is reverse. A positive sentence takes a negative tag and a negative sentence takes a positive tag. And the third rule is, in the question tags, in the question tags, negative should be written, negative should be written in the contracted form, in the contracted for example can't, isn't, so we should not say I am telling meaning for this. So in the question tags, negative should be written and cannot should be written in cannot should not be written in the full form. Cannot should be written as can't. Is not should be written as isn't. Was not should be written as wasn't. Were not should be written as weren't. Have not should be written as haven't. Had not should be written as hadn't. I hope you have understood. So these are all contracted forms. We have learned the contracted forms and expanded forms in 6th class and as well as in 7th class. So I hope my dear children that you have understood what is meant by contracted form. Cannot is expanded form. Can't is contracted form. Is not is expanded form and contracted form is isn't. Was not is expanded form and the contracted form of wasn't was not is equal to wasn't. So therefore so far I completed 3 rules. A positive statement, a positive sentence takes a negative tag. అంటే పాజిటివ్ సెంటెన్స్ ఒక సెంటెన్స్ పాజిటివ్లో ఉంటే దానికి నెగిటివ్ ట్యాగ్ అది నెగిటివ్ని తీసుకుంటుంది అంటే నెగిటివ్ని యాడ్ చేయాలి. అలాగే ఇన్ ద సెకండ్ రూల్ ఈస్ ఇన్ ద క్వశ్చన్ a negative sentence takes the positive tag. So for example a sentence is negative. In that particular sentence, negative sentence, we should not write the negative. We should remove the negative. That is the reason I said a negative sentence takes the positive tag. Positive statement అయితే పాజిటివ్ సెంటెన్స్ అయితే నెగిటివ్ యాడ్ చేస్తాం. అదే నెగిటివ్ సెంటెన్స్ అయితే we are going to remove the negative. And in the question tags, the negatives should be written in the contracted form. And fifth rule is in question tags, proper nouns should not be used. Proper nouns for example earlier I said he is happy, isn't he? Rama is very happy. We should not say isn't Rama. We should say isn't he. Ante that Rama should be changed into as a pronoun. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. A pronoun is a word which is used as a substitute for the proper noun. For example, how many kinds of pronouns are there? There are so many kinds of pronouns. But the first personal pronouns, I and we are the first personal pronouns. You is the second personal pronoun and he, she, it, they are called as third personal pronouns. So kindly remember in the question tags, while we are writing the question tags, if any Rama, Sita, Lakshmi, if any names are there, you should not write the names of the person. If Rama is there, it should be changed into he, and Sita is there, it should be changed into she. It means when we are writing a tag, question tag, the proper nouns should not be written at the end of the tag. in place of proper nouns we have to write pronouns only. I am once again telling first personal pronouns. I and we are the first personal pronouns, and you is the second personal pronoun. He, she, it, they are all third personal pronouns. In the question tags, we have to use only pronouns. We should never use proper nouns. That means that is name of persons. And next one. So, for example, some semi negatives are there. Rarely, rarely, hardly, seldom, few, so in English, so rarely, hardly, seldom, few, and barely. So these words are known as, there are so many words still. Remember, rarely, he rarely comes to school, means he does not come to school. And it is a negative. But we will call it as semi-negative. Semi-negative ante sagam negative అని కాదు. So don't take in mathematics semicircle means half circle. So in English, rarely, the words rarely, hardly, seldom, few, barely, these are called as semi-negatives. Semi-negatives means don't think they are half negatives. They give negative meaning. He hardly comes to school means, he rarely comes to school means he doesn't come to school. He hardly works means he never works. She seldom see movies. She never see movies. a, a few spoons of, not few. I have a few words to speak. I don't have any words to speak. And barely, his voice is barely audible. His voice is not audible. So, rarely means negative, hardly means negative, seldom means negative, few means negative, barely means negative. So, the sentences the sentences having the sentences having the sentences having semi-negatives are treated as negative are treated as negative sentences. If any sentence is having rarely or hardly, seldom, few, barely, ఏ సెంటెన్స్లో అయినా కానీ రేర్లీ కానీ హార్డ్లీ కానీ సెల్డమ్ కానీ ఫ్యూ కానీ బేర్లీ కానీ ఉంటే you have to consider that sentence as a negative sentence. It means that sentence, the sentence which contains hardly, rarely, seldom, few and barely, they are treated as negative sentences and they should take a positive tag. Why? Because the words what I mentioned on the board, they are semi-negatives. They are giving negative meaning. So that is the reason if any sentence is having rarely, seldom, barely, few and hardly, those sentences are considered as negative sentences. So that's why those sentences, those sentences having semi-negatives, they should be treated as negative sentences, and you have to add a positive tag but not the negative tag. So once again I am reading the rules. So if we want to form a question tag, a positive sentence takes a negative tag. పాజిటివ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఉంటే దానికి ట్యాగ్ యాడ్ చేసేప్పుడు నెగిటివ్ యాడ్ చేయాలి. దట్ నెగిటివ్ షుడ్ బి ఆల్వేస్ ఇన్ ద కాంట్రాక్టెడ్ ఫార్మ్ బట్ నాట్ ఇన్ ద ఎక్స్పాండెడ్ ఫార్మ్. అండ్ a negative sentence takes a positive tag. It means if the sentence is in negative, we have to remove the negative. So the answer is helping verb plus pronoun, helping verb plus pronoun plus question mark. And in the question tags, negative should be written in the contracted form. Negative should be written in the contracted form. What is meant by contracted form? Cannot, can't, is not, isn't, was not, wasn't, have not, haven't, had not, hadn't, should not, shouldn't, and shall not, shan't, might not, mightn't, ought not, oughtn't, must not, mustn't. These are all called as contracted forms. When we are doing the question tags, the negative should be expressed. The negative should be expressed only in the contracted form but not in the expanded form. So I told you 5 rules, still some rules are there. I am continuing the rules. So all the imperative sentences, all the imperative sentences, tags, all the imperative sentences takes a future positive tag. I am explaining this, you confuse. What is meant by imperative sentences? The requests, commands and orders, they are called as imperative sentences. The orders, the requests and commands are called as imperative sentences. What is meant by imperative? Imperative means mood. So it may be a request, it may be a command, it may be an order. So if the sentence is in imperative, for example, the teacher said to the boy, open the books. Will you? Future positive tag. Future means will or shall are called as future tense. Will and shall are future. I clearly mentioned future positive tag. If the given sentence is an imperative sentence, you need not see whether that sentence is in negative or positive. Okay, do not open the books. Will you? Open the books. Will you? Get out of the class. Will you? Please bring me a glass of water. Will you? Shut your mouth. Will you? Have some more rice. Will you? Stand up on the bench. Will you? So, when imperative sentences are given, you need not say whether it is a positive sentence or a negative sentence. The common answer is will you. Why? Because will you? Because the imperative sentences will not have the subject. Get out. Who has to get out? You have to get out. Open the books. Who has to open the books? You have to open the books. stand up on the bench. You stand up on the bench. So these are all imperative sentences. So it may be a request, it may be a command, or it may be an order. How can you identify the imperative sentences? Generally, imperative sentences will not be having the subject. So if any imperative sentence is given in the question tags, then you need not say మనం అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి, ఆ సెంటెన్స్ నెగిటివ్లో ఉందా పాజిటివ్లో ఉందా అని చూడక్కర్లేదు. ద కామన్ ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ ఆల్ ద ఇంపరేటివ్ సెంటెన్సెస్ ఈజ్ విల్ యూ. Don't see whether the imperative sentence is in positive sentence or negative sentence. The common answer is will you. For what? For imperative sentences. And the next rule is sentences that are started with let, the common tag is shall we. For example, let us go for a walk. Shall we? Let us go to a movie. Shall we? Let us discuss the matter. Shall we? So all the suggestions, any sentence. So if you will confuse, that's why I am telling you, any sentence started with letters, any sentence which is started with let, that will have a common answer, shall we. Okay, children, in the next class also we will continue the same topic, question tags. Thank you very much.